Hi guys, it's Micah. I'm back with a cheap, simple, effective way to protect any surface that is printed. You might have seen this one last week. I bought it and reviewed it, and one of my viewers mentioned she cleaned a different stamping tool or stamping mat, stenciling mat, whatever you want to say, and their grid came off. And now you can see the corner I showed it was printed badly, I think. I'm not sure. I didn't clean it yet, but the corner is not there. So I thought I don't want it to get worse because I cleaned it with stamping cleaner or something and my grid gets erased or dissolved, or you want to say it. So I'm using the same trick as I used on my stamping tool, and yes, my little supervisor had to check. It's just double-sided plastic that you use for books or shelves, lining things, you know, crafting as well. There's also the double-sided plastic, but this one works great. And all you do is cut it to size, then wet your surface a little bit so you have a bit of room to wiggle, and you need a scraper like a old gift card, credit card, whatever you have. You can also do it with your roller. Now I went to get it later, but I prefer to use it with my credit card, to be honest. You have to find the beginning, that's the most fiddly bit. And then I tore it, because I cut the corners, where I probably should do that later, but you know. And you just start in the corner and scrape the airway, and the water helps to move it. So if you don't do it, it sticks immediately. And it might get a little bit foggy from the water if you do it, let's say, on your stamping tool like I did, but that will dry or evaporate in a few days or a week, depends where you live, I guess. So yeah, this roller doesn't work for me. And then I make sure you get all the air out by pushing it to the sides. And of course this works for your stamping tool. I've done that on mine. And this one, but don't do it on your cutting mat, because you'll just cut it to pieces every time you use it to cut something, of course. My purple one on the desk doesn't really get used for cutting that much, but it will also get shiny. Now this was already a bit shiny, so it doesn't matter too much. But just so you know. This is not a cutting surface, but it's metal, and it's very sturdy. Actually, I thought it wouldn't bend with my little feet. That are just some furniture sliders, you know, that so you don't scratch your floor. And I think maybe you don't really need them anymore now. It's still sticky or magnetic. But because I said it in my review video that the edges on the back were a little bit sharp, I thought I could get it, but then I covered them with plastic, so maybe you don't need these. But I had them, so I used the whole pack. Didn't need the whole pack, I guess, but had them. So see, now it bends a little bit in the middle if you push really hard, but I don't think you do that with stenciling, so I'm just putting the rest on. And you can also buy these sticky felt in circles or in sheets and cut up your own, but these were really handy and square, and then yeah, stuck. So that's my mat. And just to show you that it's still magnetic, I'm using a bit of scrap and the magnets that came with it. And I prefer actually to use my neodymium, the silvery ones. They're flatter, but just some leftover ink on my blending tools, and that is. Then you can wipe it off or spray it with alcohol, it doesn't come off. Even some cleaner. Yeah, I'm not sure what happens when you leave it on because it's corrosive, but that's my trick for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!